1.20 just came out a few days ago, and I'm going to actually see what I think of these new blocks we've got here. So, I'm going to start with cherry wood. So, yes, cherry wood, it looks amazing. Honestly, look at the stripped variant of it. It looks amazing, and I have to give it instantly a 5 out of 5 for looks. But then we've also got usefulness. I have to give it for a 3. Really, it's not that useful. I mean, it's literally, there's loads of other forests already in the game. You're not going to find this on its own. There's always going to be some other trees next to it. In survival, you're probably not going to need it that much unless you're wanting to build with it. And that's the thing. If you're wanting to build with it, it's very good. Now, we've got hanging signs. Now, I'm a builder, I have to instantly put it up as a 5. That is so useful, especially for things like medieval, especially if you've got, for example, a tavern sign. It works amazingly, as well as just a shop sign in general. It just adds so much extra detail. But now we've got to go on to this new music disc. It is called Relic. I think we're going to see what it sounds like. Okay. This is giving me Disc 11 vibes. Okay. Sort of sounds a bit like a goat's horn. I mean, this is quite cool, really. I mean, this is pretty good. Yeah, I have to put this I think I have to put it at a 5 as well. This is updated so good so far. We'll keep that playing. So, we actually got to turn around. I forgot to do hanging signs for this. I think the usefulness for it is really a 2. It's not that useful, you can use signs anyway. But now we've got to go on to decorated pots. This is actually going as a 1, it's not that useful. And then decorated pots. Honestly, you can probably build some cool things out of it, but I'm going for a 3. So, on the usefulness side, oh gosh, think really. Maybe it's a bit higher than the music disc. I mean, music discs aren't really that useful in survival, they're just sort of fun, really. That's what I'm meaning by this. So now, we've got the new mob, the Camel. Now, honestly, looking at this is amazing. It just looks so amazing at the start. Anyway, look at the baby version of it. It's literally the same. But I'm going to get a saddle. Let's actually ride it and see what we think. Right, let's get on it. Look at this thing. It's a tank, literally. Look at those hearts. And then, okay. Oh gosh, that's dash. Don't fall in the ravine. Gosh. It can also sprint quite well. Wow. Okay. That is cool. It's honestly one of the coolest mobs in the game yet. Look at it. Also, just look at it. It's so happy. It's so happy. And there we go. It sits down. It sits down. That honestly is one of the coolest mobs. Yep. And then we can go back up. That is... I have to go for a 5, honestly. Usefulness, I think I'm actually going to put it at a 4, because honestly in survival you would use this, especially the dashes, especially as you can put 2 people on it. That is quite cool. Now, this is the item displayer. Now, You may be thinking, is this an item frame? No, this is a new entity added to the game. And what this is it's an invisible entity which can show items. There's also a block displayer, but I'm putting these in 1. Honestly, I'm putting it as a 5. Although you may not understand what this is, this literally allows map makers to put new blocks into the game without mods. Literally, if they just get a model and a texture pack, they can put this into the game without using mods. They could put, for example, a car in without any mods. And that is the really cool thing about it. I'm putting it at a 5 for usefulness. Although in survival it's not that useful, for map makers it is probably one of the most useful additions to the game yet. But now we're going on to the Sniffer. Now, if you look at this, look at that egg. It looks amazing. It looks like some sort of dinosaur egg. But you can also stack them on top of each other. That's cool. But yeah. So now we need to see exactly. Oh my gosh, this is actually quite cool. There's its eyes. Look at its eyes. It sort of reminds me of dogs. I don't know why that is, but yeah, it does. Look at that. It's beautiful. And with these comes some new plants. Honestly, I've got to put this 4 for usefulness. I mean, you get some new plants, but really it's not. But that's not usefulness. Wait, no, that's not usefulness. That's up there. It's really cool. Usefulness, I think I have to put it sort of there. Honestly, it's cool, but the plants it gives you aren't that useful yet. I'm saying yet because I expect they'll probably have some really cool uses for them in the future. But now we've got to go on to the plants. We're going to keep these as 1. Let's just look at the torch flower. Look at that. Can you bend me or to make it bigger? I don't know. I haven't been following the updates. I'm just wondering. No, that's a bit sad. If only you could grow them to like 2 tall, that would be really cool. But this one's a 2 tall. I really like these. Honestly, I can think of some uses. They sort of look like sort of fantasy herbs almost. Like you could imagine them like that. So let's put that. They're really cool. Usefulness, I have to put this up as a 2. Honestly, it's not going to be that useful for people. So now, actually what we've got to go for now is the calibrated sculk sensor. Now, this is really cool. Honestly, actually, I think I have to put it at a 4. I don't like it as much as these, but I can see why it'd be useful for other people. So I have to put it at a 5. Honestly, the fact that you can actually store data with these, as Mumbo Jumbo managed to do, that is really cool. It's a game changer. And I mean, sculk sensors were already pretty cool. Calibrated sculk sensors is just that but better. And also gives a new use for amethyst as well, which is a pretty useless item. Except from spyglasses, of course. But now, let's look at the smithing template. Now, this is a new way of getting netherite gear, I believe. Honestly, am I that excited by it? No, I'm not really. But usefulness, I mean, it has to be pretty useful, but honestly, compared to what it was before, I have to put it at a 1. The way before was a lot easier of making netherite armor. For example, just you get some netherite ingots and then upgrade your diamond armor. This you have to do it more expensively. I understand that you don't want people getting into the late game so quickly and that, but I agree with that. But then again, I did just like being able to get netherite armor that soon, so I have to put it down there for usefulness. Now we're going on to suspicious sand. Now, what basically all I'm talking about is brushing. The archaeology update, which is supposed to come out in 1.17. This is literally Caves and Cliffs part 4 or so. But yeah, it's really cool. I don't see much use for it, except that you can. I mean, there's gonna be quite cool uses for it. And honestly, usefulness, I mean, what's just happened there? Wait, if you... That's quite cool. But usefulness, in survival, you'll be able to get loads of good gear from this, so that's quite good. I've actually got to expand this, so I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. So I'm now going to do something that I don't think many people will agree with. I'm putting bamboo wood at a 2. Honestly, I'm not going to use it that much. Honestly, I also don't think it looks that good. But usefulness? I mean, I have to put it higher for usefulness. I mean, same sort of thing as cherry. Because you can get types of wood like that for, like for example, jungle wood is right next to it. So, really, it's not going to be that useful in my builds. I mean, I'm talking about medieval, so you can understand why. But honestly, I think it's a good addition, but I honestly don't know when I'd use it. If I work out of a use, I'll put that back up. But honestly, I don't really like it. That's just my opinion. Except from the one thing, and that's why I haven't put it at 1, that bamboo fence can literally use it as a different type of bamboo. So you can now have 2 different types of bamboo, pretty much. Which is quite cool. So, now, the next one we're doing, well, we're going to be doing the piglin head. Now, this is just the new head added to the game. Look at it. That is cool. Honestly, I really like that. I'm going to put that up at... Let's do it. It's an amazing 5. Usefulness? 0. Honestly, it's not useful at all. Pretty much has no uses, so... except from decoration. So I'm going to have to put it like there. So now, I'm going to be going on to this. Now, this is something you can now get, and it is actually a specific painting to put down. So if I do that, it will always be the same one each time, no matter how much I do it, with the same one this time. This is only something for creative, I believe, but I'm not sure. You might be able to get it in survival as well. But honestly, this is, well, I mean, it's quite cool. I'm not that amazed by it, but the usefulness quite good. Quite good. So now, we're going to be doing these armor trims. Honestly, they're not useful, but they're really cool. And that is what I think is really cool about them. They just, oh my gosh. I mean, actually I need to put this up to a 2 because I have actually a use for them, especially with my adventure map that I'm creating. We can use the armor trims to do certain engravings on the armor. And that is really cool, really. I just love the armor trims. Honestly, I would put them higher on usefulness if they actually were useful. But now, we've got to go with Monster Spawner. Well, what I mean by this is the new inventory system. Honestly, I know that this was released a while ago. I don't like it. I don't like the new inventory system, honestly. I liked it when it was hard to find the blocks, and it is now hard to find the blocks for me at least, because I'm so used to it. But now we've got to go for chiseled bookshelves. Now, look at these. Let's get a book. I don't know if we can just do normal books. Come on. Oh, do you have to just right click? Oh, I'm stupid. Look at that. Look at that. You can just put books in. Like, literally, look at that. It's amazing. You can also do hidden doors as well. Like the, gosh, you can do like bookshelf. You can do bookshelf doors, which are going to be so cool. I need to see someone make one of those very soon. Otherwise, well, I'm going to have to make one myself. But now I think we have our final thing, possibly. Seems like it is. The bamboo rafts. Now, honestly, I really like this. This is the only bamboo thing I really like. Mostly because I always wanted a raft into Minecraft. Look at this thing. I mean, you can't put a chest on it, I don't think. Wait, can you put a chest? Okay, you can. Right. I didn't see it when I was in the inventory, because I don't know where to find things. Now let's put this on. Look at this. Literally, I've got a chest on a raft. This just looks amazing, honestly. I love this. Yeah, I'm over a sea of spikes. That's what I'm riding on. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you all in another video. Goodbye.